Tomorrow will be the single most important moment in decades for the Democratic Party to win back union laborers who vote conservative. But it will probably be overlooked by Democratic politicians. Tomorrow, West Virginia coal miners, who are realizing that, surprise, surprise, Donald Trump does not care about them, are descending on Washington, D.C. They now have solid proof that Trump only cared about their votes, that his real allies in West Virginia are the mine owners. As the New York Times is reporting, miners are angry as hell that the Trump administration stopped safety rules from coming into effect, and now they'll be protesting outside the Labor Department building. One thing is for sure, they will not be invited in. The coal miners' fundamental inability to realize that Trump does not care about them is a testimony to the failure of the Wall Street wing of the Democratic Party and its inability to communicate effectively with labor. There is no state in this country, redder than West Virginia, that should be blue. None. It is a state that is dominated by labor, despite its rural demographic, and that labor is almost exclusively coal mining, a dying industry, but also a heavily unionized industry. Despite that, Democrats have been losing ground in West Virginia for decades, and the more coal mining jobs West Virginia loses, the redder they get. At some point, the Democratic Party has to ask why. But instead, Democratic strategists look at the 4 electoral votes, the 40+ percentage margin, and conclude it's not worth it. Those huge margins make West Virginia a classic case of where people bought into the idea that the cause of their unemployment are liberals with their environmental laws and overregulation of industry. Well, now coal miners are having second thoughts about regulating the industry, and the reason is quite simple. Today's coal miners, despite their safety equipment, are contracting black lung disease. Here's ABC reporting on the issue.
There is no block of coal worth any man's life or woman's.
Many here concerned after 10,000 recent firings at the Department of Health and Human Services virtually eliminated the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH, tasked with protecting miners from black lung. And the enforcement of a new federal rule cracking down on dangerous rock dust directly tied to the disease also now paused.
We're going to put the miners back to work.
After his promise of a coal comeback, John Robinson voted for Trump and has faith he'll change course.
I think things are
He's going to bring those
yes,
services
Yes, I
back.
do.
Yeah.
What happens if he doesn't?
I messed up.
Vital free x-rays and protections for sick miners now abruptly halted, even as doctors in Appalachia are finding black lung is making a brutal resurgence, impacting younger and younger miners.
This guy is 30 years old.
This guy's already passed away.
If you had President Trump sitting here, what would you say to him?
You know, I would say that I understand cutting waste in government, but this is not something to cut. This is essential for the health and well-being of the people that helped elect you.
At this West Virginia dining room table, we found former NIOSH employees now mounting a last-minute pressure campaign to save their agency. And they say the lives of the miners it protects.
If there was a miner sitting here, what would you say to them about what this is going to look like for them going forward?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry for their families.
So to underscore the point, the limits on silica exposure were supposed to take effect, but Trump's administration suspended them. Why? Because silica isn't about wearing new types of masks. It's about ventilating the mines better, and that will cost the industry dearly. So no surprise where Trump lands on that issue. But the most telling piece of this ABC coverage is the belief of the miners that Trump is going to do the right thing by them. Well, they don't believe that anymore. Tomorrow they march on Washington. And if the Democratic Party was smart, they would be turning out like crazy to support these miners. It's not just about scoring 4 electoral votes. It's about proving to laborers throughout this country that the only party that cares about their health, their well-being, and their economic security is the Democratic Party, Now the question is, will they show up and prove that? I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll not only help out our channel, you'll be taking concrete action and helping get rid of Trump and the MAGA movement who ushered him in.